Alright, let's get into this video. This video is going to look at the S&P 500, look at the grease, look at everything that's happening in the markets, and we're going to get a good update on what the daily chart's doing, what the weekly chart's doing, and what the 4-hourly chart's doing, and what we can see moving forward for the short term moving forward through to this week. So let's get into it. Alright, so let's actually get straight into the charts now. I want to bring up firstly the weekly chart. I want to bring up the weekly chart down the bottom here. Okay, you can see down the bottom here, let me just bring this up through here so you can get a bit bigger picture of it. You can see here, looking on this sort of this is the 52 moving average. You can see that this 52 moving average through here has been a moving average where the market has continued to bounce off it. You can see rejection here, support here, support here. It went through, but it supported there. It actually bounced off last week. You can see where the stochastics is there on that as well too. So right now we're actually look like we're holding on to this here. But the thing is, if you look at the weekly chart in itself in a nutshell, and you squeeze this up, that the last time that we actually had a bit of a flat top action, okay, bit of a flat top action. You can see here that the market ran up, bounced off here, ran up, and had a bit. You can see here how it made like it's like a bit of a flat top, head and shoulder formation, whatever you're going to call it. Last time we actually had that in the marketplace, we actually had a pullback, a decent pullback. Then the market ran up, and then it stair-stepped, went to a new high, stair-step, went to a new high, ran up. You can see it's been making new highs all along this movement to the high side. But lately, you can see it's a bit of a flat top, right? And we're bouncing off this level through here. So I'm looking at that, it's not the exact same as it has been all the other times. So, and what's been happening with Greece right now and all that sort of stuff, and the deals they're making, all that sort of stuff, and looking at China pulling the market down, there's a lot of news movement within this market, and it's something that I think that you need to be very, very cautious when trading. Make sure you're trading 1% or a very low percent of your account every single time when trading these markets. Now, let's look at this chart over here. Let me bring this chart down the bottom here. Let's bring this chart up to here, and let's actually bring what we're actually talking about here. So this chart right here we're looking at is the daily S&P 500. And you can see that we actually had a nice little up bar here. You can see where the stochastics are there, had like a little double bottom. Okay, we'll get over here. You can see on the 4-hourly chart, you can see there's a bit of a divergence on the stochastics. Looks like it's going to run up, right? Well, if you actually have a look at this market overall, you can actually see, if I bring this line up here, bringing this line up through here, you can actually see that this whole area through here has been and is an area of resistance. Got a bit of support down the bottom here, but you can actually see, if I bring this up and just blot up a bit more, that even if this market runs up to the top here, if we bring our Fibonacci tool, Fibonacci retracement from the high through the low, that right now we've been rejecting at the 32, we're almost at the 50, and then up here is the 62%. So up here, right now as we speak, this move, that right through here, this level through here, from there to there, that whole level there is a bunch of resistance. You can see it's been rejecting through that for quite some time, and if the market does break up, we're at this level of resistance as well, where the market's been breaking through. Now, if we look at the 4-hourly chart, the 4-hourly chart shows exactly that, but in a lot more detail. And you can see here on the 4-hourly chart, if I just draw a trend line up through there, as you can see through there, right? You can see that that's what the market's been rejecting. And you can see by looking at this market once again, you can see how these troughs, high trough, high trough, high trough, high trough, then it's been broken down now to basically a lower trough. Where the market right now is that if the market does run up, we're likely to get a whole bunch of resistance through here. And I am saying that by looking at this chart right now, by looking at this, even if we do get a bit of upward movement, we're likely to pause through here, we're likely to continue, and then we're likely to do this, moving down. Okay, that's what I'm seeing on the charts right now. But if we do start to break above this trend line, above here, then we're likely to run new highs, but I don't see that. Okay, what I do see on this chart is I see this market is likely to run back up, hit this level of trend line through here, and then have a pullback through to the downside. Based on what I'm seeing on the short-term time frame chart, we'll get a bit of divergence on the stochastics, But once again, you can see that we're breaking down now, okay? It's been a long time since we've actually done the whole breakdown thing, okay? Here we had a little breakdown, and then it ran back up, and then we had another breakdown through here. But this one here, you can see it's a lot different through here, right? We've been going sideways for a while, and then a breakdown. If you look at any market that goes through a bit of a topping pattern, it goes sideways for a while and then starts to break down. So a bit of upward movement, I'm saying, obviously for the start of the week, but I do expect through to the end of the week, maybe next week, for this market to continue on down. This is John Howell here. Remember, head on down to officialjohnhowell.com. Remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today.